Good morning. Bit groggy. How did you get on yesterday? Managed to get the report to you, which was good. Scheduled. So I hope you made use of it. Let's have a look at yesterday's games. I was up and away in the sky. But how did you get on? Well, looks like an emphatic Sunderland win yesterday. Market getting them right. The kind of goal fest you'd expect of a Sunderland side at home. 0-0 at half-time would have been an angle in. Burnley lead would have been an angle in. But it looked like it was as easy as you like for the Black Cats, having an excellent season. Burnley, like Wolves, going to be playing Championship football next season. And that's what we've got today, the Championship. Elsewhere, SerieA. Wow, that was a bit of a shock result for me. Depending on the timing of the Udinese goal, certainly layable. Udinese. 49th minute goal, I would still be getting involved with insurance just at the beginning of the second half. I think Roma have been excellent this season, but you'll note, I think if you go to soccerstats.com, you'll see 1-0 is the standard loss when Roma lose. So let's see if I can get Soccer Stats up and show you. And this is something you can use yourself. If you know that 1-0 is a highly likely to be their scoreline when they lose, that's a great time for insurance, isn't it? Well, this website's not working. Let's see if I can sort this out. Well, Soccer Stats isn't working. fcstats.com will show you the challenge table. You can see here 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So what are you going to do when Udinese are leading 1-0? You're going to cover that 1-0 and look for a Roma equaliser, aren't you? So notable pattern again yesterday. Probably a post-European underperformance. Our old friends in the Eredivisie, well, we had both teams to score coming in, all of them, and over 2.5 goals in all bar 2. So you can see why I like doing both teams to score and over 2.5 goal accumulator in the Eredivisie. It's a goal fest. La Liga Portugal, expected results, but no. Wow. Porto losing for the first time this season. Was this a post-Champions League drop in form? Braga, expected. But was this a red card affected match? When did the red card come? Already a 2-0 lead by half-time would have tempted me in. And you would have had your possible out here with Rosario's 2-1. You don't have to wait for the 2-2 and the 2-3 if you don't want to. Such an early second half goal. But of course, this is perfect after timing. I would have probably stayed in. And then William Gomez would have sport the evening for us. All good things must end. The first time that Porto have lost this season. And that will be opening up the title race, I would suspect now. Benfica will have a bit more of a sniff. But they're still yet to break into the 50-point barrier. Sporting Lisbon will be delighted with that single defeat. So this one might have caught me unawares had I not got out at the 2-1. So let's have a look on to today. And again, it's a day of match reports from AI for me. I'm still getting into the grip of things. I'm still on English time. It's 9 a.m. here, 9 a.m. in England. It's about 4 p.m. in Thailand. So today's football is mostly lower tier. So what I've done for members, at least, I've ensured that you get at least some research. So we've got all of that covered for you. So let's have a look. Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday. Well, the pattern for Sheffield Wednesday is this. They're likely to survive 0-0 at half-time. and then concede 1 or 2 goals second half. Happened in the last 3 matches, and we've all profited by laying that draw. Happened against Wrexham last match as well. Hull and Watford, I don't have a strong opinion on this one. Where are they in the league? What are the motivations? Third, motivation to aim for the automatic promotion spots. They're not going to hit it today, but they'll be within 2 points of the top 2 with a win today. So a huge incentive for Hull. Who are they playing? Playing Watford today, and that's Watford with 43 points. Again, 3 takes them to 46. They will be within a hair's breadth of the playoffs. So an important game for both of these two today, more so for Hull. I think Hull's need and the fact they're at home might see them over the line this evening. Portsmouth and Ipswich. Well, the general rule with Ipswich and Coventry is they're a bit poor on the road. So just take that with a pinch of salt at 1.79. Sheffield United against Oxford. Well, Oxford are defensively sound, I think. So they might prove to be a tough nut to crack. They definitely need the points. A win today will take them into the 30-point barrier. They can salvage their season, Oxford, but not like this. They're not going to do. They have been keeping things tight. You can see that 0-0, 0-0, 1-2. Well, not so there. That could be the scoreline this evening. If Sheffield United get back to their 3-goal scoring ways, as you saw against Ipswich, which was very impressive. 3 goals against Leicester as well. So they got 3 goals in the bag. That is why I think the market have them as favourite this evening. Now, I'm not sure I'll be able to play these this evening for you because I've got to work, get conditioned to getting up at this time with a 7-hour time difference. So we'll see this evening. Port Vale, Wimbledon, Barnsley and Burton, for me, all about motivation in these lower tiers. I don't think research is warranted, really. It's difficult teams to unpack, difficult league to trust. So it's all about the motivating factors here. So let's have a look. Port Vale, where you can't get more motivated than bottom of the league, and odds on favourite today. So that is very telling for a Port Vale playing a Wimbledon side with 3 defeats in 4 matches and bang smack in the relegation dogfight with only a point above Burton. 4 places for relegation. There's no time for mistakes for any of these teams leading all the way up to Blackpool. So that's a vital match today. Odds on favourite, bottom of the league. Did get a win last match against Leyton Orient and a win against Blackpool. So they're pulling off 1 or 2. Are they going to produce the result with being odds on? Barnsley against Northampton. Northampton get to 30 plus points with a win today. Could get them out of the relegation zone. So I wouldn't be calling that one. And again, it's a mid-table mediocrity, playing relegation threatened. But still, enough of a buffer above the relegation zone for Barnsley, but could do with a bit more, I think. Burton and Donny, this is a relegation 6-pointer if ever there was one. Must take points off your nearest rival. Got to. Doncaster must take 3 off Burton. Burton must take 3 off Doncaster to zoom themselves up to 34 and bring all of this lot into the relegation dogfight. So it's a fascinating relegation threatened evening tonight in English League One. Expect those draws to be layable late on. Could do with 3 points rather than a single point. Same story in English League 2. Let's take a look. It's all about league positions for me in these lower tiers, I think, to get that momentum or to get those angles in for you. Barnet against Crewe. Well, Crewe with 3 points take them to 46 and within a grasp of the top 7. So watch out for that one. Barnet, I can't see old Alf there. They are 42 points. So really, Barnet must take points off Crewe. These are rivals for the playoffs, aren't they? A win for Barnet takes them to 45. A win for Crewe takes them to 46. So must take points off your near rivals. So that would be another one you'd be looking at laying the late draw. Barnet a favourite here for some reason. Both sides in decent enough recent nick, but Barnet are favoured by the market, and they're at home and they're odds on. Are they going to pull off the win that they need to pull off against a market rival? Bristol Rovers and Walsall. Walsall are clinging on and will remain in the playoff places today, regardless of what happens outside of them. They've got a nice buffer between themselves and Chesterfield, but they do need to get something. 2.65 the favourites. A tough to call match this evening. Bristol Rovers just above the relegation zone, and they won't be caught even if they lose today. But they could do with an extra 3 to push them up to around 19th, couldn't they? Harrogate and Swindon. Well, Harrogate are in all sorts of bother. A win today takes them into the 20-plus point barrier. With only those 2 places for relegation, they have to take points. They're not expected to take points today, are they? They're not even favourite at home. Strong outsider at home. Why? Well, Swindon have the 50-plus club to join with a win today. 52 points, almost on the cusp. With goal difference, could be the difference as well between themselves and Salford in that top 3 berth with a win today. Talk about motivation. Boy, oh boy, that would be one for me to grab hold of today. Any side breaking into the promotion playoff places or the automatic promotion places and against a side they're expected to beat, that is absolute standout for me today. That would be one to focus on. Notts County against the Gills. Let's have a look. Gillingham mid-table. Notts County again in the playoff places, and again a win for Notts County. At odds on at home will take them into the automatic promotion spots. Arsenal against Chelsea, EFL Cup, all about the teams being played. It's a London derby. Rossini is in as well. Is he up for the cup or not? Arsenal, are they going to be fielding a second string 11? So many questions to answer. DBF Pokal as well. St. Pauli have other things on their mind, like staying up in the Bundesliga. So it's a tough one to call. Bayer Leverkusen could do with a couple of results in the positive for them. Bologna and AC Milan in SerieA. This is all about whether Bologna will score 2 goals today. They've been scoring 2 goals of late, but against weakened opponents. It was a habit they had at the start of the season, 2+ goals, but then they fell off a cliff and put in a whole raft of winless matches. You can probably use the challenge table here to show you. This is a FC stats because I can't get soccer stats to work. Probably the different Wi-Fi. So Bologna used to have that 2-goal habit, quite consistent 2-goal habit. And then the wheels fell off and it became a 1-goal habit, particularly away against the top 8. This is something we have to worry about this evening with Bologna. Are they going to score 2 goals again? They're playing the top 8. They have home advantage, but you can see the 2-goal habit has fallen off here. AC Milan, bang smack up in that problematic part of the league where Bologna scored 2 goals only once. So for me, despite the odds, Bologna's failure to score that 2nd goal against the big guns could prove their undoing this evening. Dordrecht against Helmond. Odds on favourite at home. Normally you see in the Eredivisie both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. That should be your go-to expectation at least. Let's just have a look where these two are. Dordrecht, it's a very generous league, isn't it, for playoffs. So if there's anyone anywhere near Willemsvee, Dordrecht with a win takes them to 34 today. Helmond, 17 on 26. I don't know if there's a relegation zone in this league. Yet to be confirmed. But Helmond on 26 points. Certainly Dordrecht can get nearer to that very generous top 8 playoff zone. Generous compared to the German Bundesliga. KBF Becker, not playing that at all. AZ Alkmaar in awful form domestically. They could do with a break, couldn't they? St Mirren against Hearts. That looks good odds. Hearts been down to 10 men and they've been winning. They are champions awaiting. This is the time when the old firm grip at the top could end. They are pulling away and they could do so. They could really rub it in today with a 9-point gap with a win today. You'd be with Hearts, certainly. Look very strong. Even, as I say, down to 10 men. St Mirren in a spot of bother. They're in the relegation or championship, premiership relegation group at the moment. So that's important. Get that to 24 and break out, and then they can go into the championship group. But it's all about Hearts, this. I think Hearts look rock solid today. Very generous odds as well. Copa del Rey, Albacete against Barcelona. Well, Albacete, I think, against Real Madrid were very competitive and beat them. So any substandard Barcelona side might get done this evening. So do make sure you join youtube.com/@FootballTradingProfits. Subscribe. We'll be returning to the live streams on Saturday, and I might start on Sunday as well. I'm not sure I'll be about this evening for you. I've got to get back into this Thai time zone, and it'll be early morning Thai, 7:45. I'd love to get back. That's the problem living here. The football is very good at 7:45 at the moment. But I am on English time, so hopefully I'll be up and about for you for those 7:45s. I certainly want to make money, and I see one or two very appealing matches this evening, particularly the need for points and a focus primarily on teams who need to get into that automatic playoff place. That's a huge carrot, isn't it? That normally produces results. Well, have a great day today. I will see you a little bit later, I hope. Don't forget the e-letter on Saturday. If you've not joined, please do. Link in description. Premier League research and expected goals reports every Saturday for you. And they've been pretty good of late. They do warn you about London derbies and other derbies, but they do provide some really good trading angles, particularly if you haven't got an interest or haven't been able to find any angles in yourself. 14-day free trial as well, Football Trading Profits. This is the part of the season now, February to April, where we're going to see plenty of angles in based on league position. So it's important to know that. And you get free live streams. We had a members live stream at the weekend. Very good, very profitable as well. Have a great day. I hope to see members later on, but this is my first day back. I just need to get a grip on the time zones.